In this video, I will be going over the full history of the series Duel Masters. I know this is a different type of video than I normally do, but if you like it, please let me know in the comments down below. Please enjoy. Duel Masters was a card game, video game, anime, and manga created in 1999 by this guy, Mr. Matsumoto. It originally started as a manga, which was adapted into the anime and games later on. Duel Masters was originally associated with the trading card game Magic the Gathering, where the cards from MTG were used in the manga. In the story, the card game is referred to as Duel Masters. The story follows a boy named Shobu, who plays Duel Masters to become a great duelist just like his father. I've heard that one before. The way they made the show revolve around the card game and make it, interesting, was similar to the way that Yu-Gi-Oh! Did, where they would make the monsters come out of the cards while they were playing. If you're wondering, why have I never heard of this series if it was, connected to Magic the Gathering, one of the biggest trading card games out of the three? It's because the manga was only released in Japan. The first series of the anime premiered in Japan on October 21st, 2002. It was followed by 13 different series, the most recent being Duel Masters Win, debuting on September 4th, 2022, with a 14th series releasing in 3 months on October 4th, 2024. The Duel Masters video games have been down a bumpy path outside of Japan, with only 4 of the 13 games being released outside of Japan. My introduction to the series was through the Game Boy Advance game created in 2004, published by Tarrey. I was with a friend of mine in a retro game store looking through a discount Game Boy Advance and DS game section, and we found the Duel Masters cartridge, and we were curious to see what it was, and upon putting the cartridge into my Game Boy Advance, we were immediately engaged with the funky looking characters in the intro and the wacky song. I've recently been getting into Smash Bros. Melee and the GameCube Mario parties, which I stream over at twitch.tv/MoogleSaveMe, link in the description by the way. I found a GameCube game from the Duel Masters series, so I clicked on it, and it was one of the games that was only released in Japan. I also discovered that there were 7 games for the Game Boy Advance, where 3 of which were released globally, 2 for the PS2, and only 1 of those released outside of Japan. Besides those, there were 3 mobile games, 2 Switch games, and this GameCube game that never made it out of Japan. Now, I would love to have real cards here to show you some of the monsters and abilities, but if you go on eBay and you try to buy cards there, well, they're expensive. Just to get a card that is, I guess, good, but is bent to be half of Kirby's body is $400 dues, so we'll just use the wiki. The card game was published in English by Wizard of the Coast, the MTG, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and 2000's Pokemon producers. The last Duel Masters cards were produced in 2006 and were discontinued in English. If you wish to learn how to play the Duel Masters TCG, I'll leave a link for a guide in the description. The future of the series might not be long. The next anime installment comes out this year and hopefully won't be the last. But besides being awarded the best children's manga in 2021, the franchise has seen little to no Duel Masters media outside of Japan. I made this video to teach people about a series that me and some of my friends have been exposed to. Despite not knowing how to play, just the concept of Duel Masters, the funny characters in the intro, and just the universe that it's built, and the fact that we discovered it in a clearance bin in a retro game store. I encourage you to go to local game stores, bookstores, look for Duel Masters media. I think it would be interesting to see all of the things that the creators hoped the world could experience outside of Japan. If you like this kind of video, please let me know. I just wanted to educate people on a game series I found out about a couple years ago. But normal content coming back soon. Unless this is what you guys like, then I might make another one of these. But catch me on Twitch. See ya.